Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is the third and final video in the series on the Canon EOS M50. Today, specifically, we'll be covering the Viltrox camera adapter, which will allow you to adapt a full-sized EF lens to the Canon EOS M50 body. Secondly, I will show you the additional batteries that I purchased. These are from BM Premium. They're the camera power and care bundle specifically for the Canon camera. I bought a couple extra batteries to increase the battery life. And thirdly, I will show you how to adapt an external power source to the camera using the Risen Up DC drive cable, along with a external battery power source. So tag along and let's see how these things come together. Let's go do this. Viltrox EF EOS M, and what these adapters do is they adapt EF lenses from the Canon line or other lenses from the Canon line onto the M50 and still maintain the ability to autofocus and all the features that you would get using the kit lens that come with it. So this is definitely a nice adapter to get. Just the EOS M is just the straight adapter. In other words, there's no lens element in this particular model. And then if you get the EOS M2, this is actually a speed booster. And what that does is it allows you to regain some of the cropping back that you get when you start shooting with the M50 in 4K mode. It crops the image in, it crops the image down to where you don't have quite the field of view that you would have normally when you're shooting in 1080p. So you're able to regain some of that because essentially this is a macro lens built into this lens adapter as it goes onto the camera. So you end up getting some of that field of view back, which makes it very, very handy to have. But either or, I went on and purchased them both, depending on which particular lens I ended up using on the camera in addition to. I did want to stay in the Canon line. I like Canon products. I know their lenses are very, very good. As well as being able to use aftermarket lenses from other lens companies. You're able to adapt them onto the M50 using an adapter. And the way the adapter works, let me go ahead and unbox that for you real quick. Again, this is from Viltrox, and I'll leave a description for them in the comments below. So if you're interested, you'll be able to order yours as well. Basically, it fits on the camera the same way as we originally mounted the lens on the camera. If you're standing behind the camera, lens facing forward away from you, there's a button on the side of the lens on your left as you're standing behind the camera. Punch that button in, and then you're able to spin about a quarter turn, and the lens comes right off. Always put your lenses on when you're doing this on something that you're sure that you're not going to scratch them, and I like to actually set them face down. They are recessed to where they aren't going to get scratched by anything, but like on a piece of clean cardboard or something like that keeps the lint and dirt out, even for this brief moment while you're switching them out. That's what I do. At any rate, screw off the covers off of the adapter itself. The adapter goes onto the camera body the same way the lens did, lining up the white mark on the mounting ring of the body with the white dot on the side of the adapter. Drops into place, twist it a quarter turn till it locks. and the adapter is mounted. Now, the beauty of that is that now that the adapter is on the M50 camera body, you can take, for instance, the lens off of my older Canon camera. Same deal, twist, comes right off. And now this lens, which was the kit lens for the Canon T3, will fit right onto, if I can get it to line up. There it is. Twist and lock. Now we have the full-size lens, which is this is in this particular case, this is an 18 by 55 millimeter with image stabilization that still works even on the M50. So with that adapter, you're able to use, if you already have Canon lenses, you're able to use those lenses on the M50 and still maintain the autofocus and features of the camera as well. So that Viltrox adapter is well worth, I think it was $30 some for that particular one, and that one works very, very well in getting that done, and you can just continue to expand your line of lenses due to the fact that you're not having to buy into a whole new system of glass if you're already vested in the Canon lens system. So again, that's a very, very nice accessory to have along with your system. Next, I'll show you the dual bay battery charger that I purchased for the M50. Again, the batteries that come with the Canon are small due to the small footprint of the camera itself. The batteries aren't very big, thus the amount of record time that you get with the batteries, it's good, it's decent, but if you're shooting all day, you're definitely going to want to have more than the battery that came with the unit. So I went on and purchased this unit offline. I think I got this at Amazon. I want to say a little less than $30, something in that range. But this particular one came from BM Premium, camera, power, and care bundle. You get a USB cable that plugs in the unit right here. You get a couple of batteries that come with the unit, and this is an intelligent battery charger, meaning that once you put the batteries in, plug it in to any power socket or USB socket, the batteries will charge, and then the indicator lights will indicate when you are fully charged. And this gives you a couple of extra batteries, not counting the one that comes with the camera, to extend the amount of time that you're able to shoot your video or take your photographs. So this is a very, very nice accessory to have with this particular camera. And if you're not going to use the external battery source with the adapter that I mentioned earlier, this is definitely the way to go. So be sure to pick you up a couple extra batteries and another battery charger just to stay prepared when you're out on your shoots. Okay guys, and finally we're going to move on to the DC drive cable, which will enable you to power the camera and its accessories up off of a wall outlet, or in this case off of a mobile battery pack. This particular one is an iHome battery pack that I had purchased for my cell phones originally. This is a 6,000 milliamp, and this adapter allows you to use this battery pack to power up all of the accessories on your rig, so that you never have to worry about running out of battery power in the middle of a shoot. So let me do an unboxing of this DC drive power cable. We'll look at the particulars and how you'll actually mount that into the camera. Okay, in the box, what we have for the DC drive battery cable adapter. First of all, we have a power block that plugs into the wall, has a USB adapter on the back, of course. Then we come to the actual USB converter cable. USB on one end and a plug-in on the other. And finally, we have the actual DC coupler, which is a fake battery with the female receptacle for the plug-in from the end of the cable, like so. Now all of this slips into the bottom of the camera, and you can either plug into the power block and then have this plugged into the wall, which will power up all the accessories on your rig, or you can use the mobile battery pack plugged in there, have this mounted onto your rig, and I'll show you that here in just a second. And then with this installed, this battery pack will last pretty much all day of a video shoot or a photo shoot. And you can take this with you, and you don't have to be near a power source in order to power up your camera and all of your equipment for the whole day. I'll show you how to assemble all that here now. Okay, onto the assembly process. First of all, you remember having the small rig mounted onto the camera. We still have the handle on there, and I've added this accessory here, which is basically something that just holds the battery pack in place onto the rig while you're using it. First of all, what we would really want to do, flip your rig over, go to the battery door on the bottom, slide it open, remove the camera battery that's there, and in its place, install the dummy battery that comes with the adapter. Line it up the same way as you do the battery. Slip it in and lock it, close the door. And this is important. There is a little door on the bottom of the camera. I showed you this earlier in one of the other videos. You slide that door open, and that's where the plug-in from the power cable now feeds through there. Just like that. With the cord plugged into the bottom of the rig, we can now plug an external battery source into the USB end of the camera. Then simply mount the battery pack onto the adapter. Like so. All right, guys, that wraps it up for me and this series on the Canon EOS M50. I hope you enjoyed the videos and that you picked up some ideas of some of the things that you might want to do to modify your Canon M50. In wrapping all that up, I'm glad you guys dropped in on me again to check in on my channel. I hope you are enjoying the content. Be sure to hit that like and subscribe button, and also share the videos with anyone that you think that might also benefit from them. You guys have an awesome day. Come back and see me. Now it's time to roll the in footage.